Well, welcome back to day 2, and I just have right here on the screen what you see on Canvas under the daily schedule. So here's March 8th, Tuesday, and with your partner you need to complete 3 assignments today. All right, so the first one is going to be a little disclosure assignment. The second one is going to be a little room scavenger hunt. And the third one is I'm actually going to have you collect your fingerprints using ink. Okay, and that'll go in your new notes packet. All right. So before we go too much further, I need you to collect the following items from, I always want to say Bobby, from Miss Jepson. So she has a disclosure to give each one of you, and then she also has a brand new notes packet. Okay. Let me just show you what those items look like. All right, so this is item 1. Looks like this. It's nice in color. It says Mrs. Harding's Biology. It's a double-sided paper. This disclosure does not need to be signed by parents. It's yours to have and to reference, especially when it comes to grading procedures and things like that and how to get a hold of me. Okay, the next thing is a notes packet. It's really long, 11 by 17. There are 2 pages. Okay, the pages are numbered, so just make sure that when you grab it, you grab 2 pages. If not, you're going to screw it all up. And right now I'm just getting this notes packet folded. It has the name on the front, so you know that's page 1. Plus it says page 1. Alright, so I'm just folding this puppy up. Alright, so currently right now at my seat, you should have a disclosure, and you should also have a brand new notes packet. Okay, so the first thing I need you to do once you've got your materials is, once again with a partner, there's a little disclosure activity. So I just want to take some time and let's go over this disclosure. All right. Move me down here for a second. Anyway, so you can kind of see the very beginning. We'll zoom this out a little. All right, you just got the goal as far as the biology department as a whole. And you should already understand or been exposed to it, but biology, what it stands for. So bio means life, and then ology is living things. So our goal is really just expose you to living things at a macroscopic level, which is actual looking at plants and animals and at dissection to a microscopic level, right? So it's things where it's biology B, you already have an idea, and now we're just rolling into new content material, okay, which a lot of it is the microscopic level, like DNA. All right, so just some basic science engineering practices. I hope that you get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, I'm not going to just give you all the answers. You need to look for them, you need to work for it. So this is what it's talking about, is I want you to be engaged. I expect it. That's really how you're going to get the most out of this course. Okay? So asking questions, developing using models, planning, carrying out investigations. I'm a very hands-on, active person. And I'm hoping that we can do as much of that as we can while I'm even gone in Scotland. But you guys are going to be moving. Okay, you're going to be moving in here. All right, so here's like the disciplinary. These are the major like core ideas. We'll be getting into genetics, evolutionary stages, and then microscopically like DNA and your RNA and proteins. Okay. All right, so here is kind of basic rules. Really simple, the do's and the don'ts. Okay. I expect that when you come to class that you're respectful to your classmates, you're respectful to me or any adult that is in this classroom. And like, what does respect look like? I would expect not to have foul language. I expect not to put other people down. Don't make people feel uncomfortable about being who they are. And I most definitely expect that when an instructor is up at the front of the room teaching, that you're with them. You're not talking, you're not on your phone. You're there and you're engaged, okay? And then vice versa, I expect us adults to be respectful back to you and respect your space and you as a person. All right, next thing is everything's on Canvas, and that is everything from your assignments to quizzes to projects to tests. It's all there. I'm going to move this over here now. So just please use Canvas whether you're absent, and especially during these 2 weeks when I am gone. This one, I need to make sure you turn your work in the day that it is due. If it is due on a Friday and you turn it into me the following Monday, just expect that it's going to be late. All right, it's going to have a late fee. I take off 5%. And how that looks, if you're absent on Friday and you weren't there to turn it in, that's different. But if you just have been busy and didn't get a chance to get it done, you can turn it in to me late, but you only have 1 week. After 1 week, I don't accept it anymore, period. So if it's due on Friday, you have till the following Friday to get it to me. After that, it's not, I won't be grading it for any credit. Okay? So you got to be responsible. You got to get after it. Now, if you're absent, then those rules are different for you. If you have IEPs or 504s, then those rules are different for you. There could be appropriate time to extend it. Okay? And give more time there. All right. Ask for help. Ask me. Ask a classmate. But please make sure you don't do this in the middle of lecture. Do this at the beginning of class. Raise your hand so you can be called on, just so we're not interrupting the flow. But please ask the questions. Okay? And then, of course, you see this in every room, but participate. Do your best. All right. We do not eat and drink in the lab. So for me, the classroom and the lab is 2 separate spaces. Classrooms where your desks are, and the labs where you got the big black stark tables, right? So no water, no food, no drink over in the labs. But in the classroom, I'm okay with it. We don't have carpet, so if something does spill, your responsibility is to clean it up. But the minute I or my fellow sub friends, if they are finding that garbage is all over the place, then they have the absolute authority to say, nope, not allowed, right? Moving on to the next part. Like I said, when it comes to cell phones, we use phones a ton, especially when we are jumping on and doing things in the lab. Microscopes, it's awesome to take pictures with your phones through the microscope. So just know that when we're teaching and we're engaged, your phones are put away. They are absolutely not allowed at any point in time during instruction or during assignments. At the end of the class period, if there's time, that's when I or my fellow sub-friends will be telling you, yes, now's an appropriate time, you can go ahead and pull your phones out. But if they're out anytime before that, and we have to continually ask you to put them away, I will be issuing yous. It's not a question. Be an adult, handle it, put things away. All right. Number 3, don't ask for a grade you don't earn. It's one of those that I can love you to death as a person, but I'm not going to give this something to you if you haven't earned it. So just wrap your head around that. You get what you get, right? Okay, there's the grading scale. You can see here how I will be awarding points to different assignments. I do weight grades in here. So your tests make up 50% of your grade, and that's your summative assessments, the end of the unit tests. And then you have 50% is also your formative assessments. So that's like your quizzes, projects, notes packets, any of those assignments, that falls under the formative assessments. Okay? All right. So here, once again, how you can contact me. You're absent, make sure you jump on Canvas. But what I really like to do right now is I need everyone to pull their phones out, because I would really appreciate it if everybody could just join the Remind app right now. I use it a lot, especially to remind you, hey, we have a test tomorrow, or hey, there's a lab tomorrow, or send you a picture. It's a weird schedule tomorrow. So it's just a helpful way for me to communicate. All right, so it's right here. Ooh, where we go? There we go. So to join the Remind app, get your phones out, and you're going to text this message. Okay, it is the @ sign, the letter C is in cat, 693 F 29. So you'll text that message to 81010, and then it'll send you a message right back saying, welcome to Mrs. Harding's biology class. So then you know that you're in. All right. So once you've joined the Remind app, please put it away. You don't need your phones out the rest of the time. Okay. All right, so that is the disclosure. Once again, nothing to sign. Just keep it, have it, especially when it comes to maybe knowing the Remind. It's got my email on here, the do's and the don'ts, just reminding there. So, all right. So now that you've seen this video, you can jump on and do the Canvas assignment number 1. Let's see where that is. So right here. So disclosure assignment number 2. This is what you're going to complete. All right, so we'll just kind of pause the video, let you work on the disclosure assignment with your partner, and then we're going to jump into the room scavenger hunt. So I'm going to explain to you the second assignment. All right, so I'm going to open this puppy up, assignment number 3, and it just tells you everything you need to do. All right, so you'll complete this assignment with your partner, which will be the person sitting right by you. Okay, and what I'm asking you to do is you're just going to describe where these items are, okay, within the classroom. And you're just going to put it directly in the text into Canvas. But where is the Kleenex box? And there are multiple in the room, so as long as you pick one of them. The black bins where we turn things in. Okay, I've got a large wooden DNA model. I have baby embryo chicks, a model of a brain cell, an armadillo, where volleyball trophies. I got a metal tin that contains rulers, a hornet's nest, and then some medical forensics career posters. Now, you are more than welcome to explore. You can even get up on top of the black lab tables. Do not stand on your desks, period. Okay, there's no purpose for you need to do that. You can definitely come up to the front of the classroom. Just don't come back here where I have my teacher's desk. There's nothing back here, okay? Everything's out there in the classroom. So find it, describe it, and submit it. Okay? All right, so now we're going to move on to the third assignment. Okay, so you have completed the disclosure. You've done the room scavenger hunt, and now we're going to use our brand new notes packet. Okay, and this is where I'm going to have you collect your fingerprints and put into your notes packet. All right, so looking right here. So let me pull up your notes packet, what it looks like. Okay, so here's the front page. We can kind of skip over that for now. Here is the second page. Same thing, we're going to watch this video tomorrow, so you can kind of skip past that. So right here, fingerprint mini lab. So the L stands for your left hand, and L1 is your thumb. So L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. And then you got your right hand, R1, R2, R3, R4, O5. And I've got this little bag. Got lots of different ink pads. There's black, blue, red, brown. I'll give you a heads up. I think the blue ink pad is the one that is the hardest to come off your fingers. Okay, so you're going to roll your fingers in the ink. When you do this, please do me a favor. If you really want to get a good pattern, here's my little ink pad. Okay, so you're going to take your finger, just like they do in the movie, start on one side, roll it across, and then go to your paper and start on one side and roll it across. Okay, really cool designs, right? Anyway, so you'll use the ink pad, and then you'll stay in the classroom and just go wash your hands. So once you've collected your individual fingerprints, so everybody will do their own in their own notes packet, then I want you to answer these 3 questions, okay? 1, 2, and 3. At the completion of this, you're done. You're done for the day. All right, get at it. First thing, go get some ink.